Hey, it's Liz. And I am back. I've hobbled into the living room and fixed myself up. The planes are out, unfortunately, but I'm only going to do one video tonight, so hopefully they will not bother you. The one good thing, this is terrible, but we're going to go into a recession, period, is that it's going to affect the horrible private plane industry. Not the ones, the idiots who own their jets, but the ones who charter a jet, I deserve this luxury, something like that, the bachelorette parties, stuff like that. They're the ones, the charter jets, they're the ones who are going to suffer. And I'm sorry to say, but I'm here for it. As you know, the budget was passed. It was a terrible budget. We lose either way. We lost, the American people lost if this bill was signed, and we lose if we went into a shutdown. But even the federal workers' unions put out a statement saying that we would rather go into a shutdown. But Chuck Schumer caved, as he always does. And, some of this bullshit, excuse my language, about working across the aisle, bipartisan, that's gone. That's another time. The Republican Party of passed. This part, this current Republican, they put together this bill without the Democrats, didn't ask them, and we just signed off on it. Boop. We just caved, as we always do. And the Democratic Party, the people, including myself, we're angry. We're angry that the Dems are not stepping up. They're just their usual flat. Not all. You got your AOC, you got your Jamie Crockett, your Bernie Sanders, Al Green, marvelous. There's also another one. I don't know what he wrote. Jamie Auchincloss. He's been going on Fox News and explaining things, which is fantastic. So I don't want to say everybody, but we're still stuck with the Democratic Party. The flaccid, weak, the Chuck Schumers, the Kirsten Gillibrands, Maggie Hassan, Jean Shaheen. No. So the American people are angry. Of course, we're angry at Trump, we're angry at the GOP, but we're also angry at the Democrats for not standing up and fighting. So I know there's been a big call, and rightful so, that Chuck Schumer needs to step down as minority leader. Now, he's unfortunately not up for re-election until 2028. And I think he'll retire. I don't think he'll go up for re-election. Somebody was telling me that in New York State politics, you don't, at least in the Democratic Party, you don't primary incumbents. That's why Chuck Schumer and they keep getting reelected, because people of New York State are not offered any other choices. So I want to know, how do I say it? We're kind of going through, this is kind of a revolution. The status quo how do I put this? We'll take a look right now at Chuck Schumer, but will the Democratic Party go? I personally am not going to donate a dime to the party. I'll donate to individual candidates. Again, the AOCs, Jasmine Crockett's, Al Green. I love Maxwell Frost, Mark Pocan, but not to the party. So let's take a look. Will Chuck Schumer resign as minority leader? He knows that there's a call, but right now he's hanging on. And you know what? He doesn't suffer because he's a multimillionaire. You know, they're saying over on Blue Sky, I'm not on Twitter, and I'm dead naming X, so I'm still calling it Twitter. If he can dead name his trans daughter, I can dead name his social platform. That Chuck Schumer is worth about $80 million. So if we go into recession, it doesn't affect him. And he was going to spend recess week going on a book tour instead of, you know, working for the American people. People were outraged, and he canceled his book tour. He's a coward. I really dislike him. So let's take a look. Well, I'm not sure right now. My feeling is right now he's going to hang on. He won't resign. But I'm wondering if the calls will get loud enough, will he resign? Will he resign? Will he resign, or after the midterms, will they elect a new leader? I'm not confident that the Democrats will take back the House in 2026. I think we will. I mean, not the House, the Senate. That's another thing. Chuck Schumer goes, well, I know how to win seats. Well, excuse me, can we talk to John Tester, Sherrod Brown, Bob Casey? Cortez Masto barely won her seat. So, no, he does not know how to win seats. All right, so let's take a look. Will Chuck Schumer resign as minority leader in 2025? Keep up the pressure. Call your senators. And you can contact Schumer's office because he is the Senate minority leader. Will Chuck Schumer step down? We'll take a look what the cards say. The hit I'm getting is that no. Again, the Senate is weak. The Senate Democrats are weak. Weak. They would say, oh, it'll show a sign of weakness. It's like, no, it'll show a sign of strength, saying, no, we got to regroup. What I think will happen, though, as after the midterms, he will not go up as minority leader. But let's just take a look. Well, he'd be forced out in 2025 as minority leader. Chuck Schumer. He's also very arrogant. He goes, well, I know better. I know better. That's what I keep hearing, his arrogance. So that's why we must keep up the calls. So the energy I'm reading on is as of today. It could change. If it becomes so overwhelming, then they might step down. All right, well, Chuck Schumer stepped down as minority leader. Star. Upside down. This is the star. Can you see? There. Nope, some people get offended by. So this is the star card. It's the illumination, is weakness. But if you look, heartbreak is reversed. But he's hamstrung. Well, Chuck Schumer stepped down in 2025. This is his plan. He's going to come charging in with this great plan. The magician, he's going to talk up a good game, he's going to talk. And bottom line, the Senate Democrats are scared. Sorry, I thought Mom was coming over. She'd take the dogs out. My mother is MAGA. She loves Trump. We have a lot of fights. But I've been, let me adjust this. Hang on. Sorry, I thought that was Mom. She's MAGA, unfortunately. She thinks Trump can do no wrong. Doge. But she's been great at taking care of me, taking care of the dogs. So for right now, I'm just going to let it slide. My attitude is, you know what? She thinks none of this stuff is going to affect her because she really believes, he's not going to touch Social Security. He's not going to touch Medicaid. She's just going to have to find out the hard way. So I've kind of dropped it for now because she's been real good. About taking care of me. She changed my bandages this morning. Took a look at my, all the nasty scars there. So we just dropped it. So anyway, let's go back. So as he was talking about, he's the man with the plan. He's going to, magician, he's going to sweet talk everybody. Oh, I got a plan. Ooh. And bottom line, double, cowardice. They're scared. I mean, even the Democrats are chained to Trump. I hate to say it, but they are. So, is it going to be forced out? Not soon. But this could change if the calls become overwhelming. So keep up the calls, keep calling your senators. Tell your senators, you're not going to donate to their campaigns unless Schumer gets out. I'm going to tell them, for me, it's Booker and Kim. I think Booker's coming up for re-election. I'm not going to donate 5 cents to his campaign. You don't grow a spine, I'll keep my money. The budget comes up again in September. Schumer did not use the filibuster as one tool. Now, as much as we all hate Mitch McConnell, he used that filibuster to his advantage. But we just gave, we just gave it up. So let's take a look in September. In September, or August, September, because they go to the last minute. So September 29th, will Schumer finally grow a spine and use the filibuster? What I'm hearing is that, well, by September, he'll have a lot more eggs in his baskets. The economy will be pretty bad. People will be screaming. There'll be another bad budget, more cuts, this and that and the other, which Dems are not invited to negotiate with. Will Schumer use the filibuster in September? We won't even go into Hakeem Jeffries. Again, another disappointment. You think Pelosi would have put it up with this shit? She's got her issues. Trust me, Pelosi's no saint, but she wouldn't have put up with this. Actually, I just heard Pelosi's going to start. Pelosi stepped back. Let Hakeem do his job. But after this fiasco, she's going to start flexing some muscle. She still carries some power in the Dems house. Quietly behind the scenes. Let's take a look. Well, Chuck Schumer actually grew a pair and before I cut I know we were talking about this. This is power to the people. I mean, we have to get, again, I can't march, but trust me, I am making phone calls, and I'm writing to my senators. Even coming on here, this is resistance. So it's power to the people right now. You need to get out there and peacefully protest. Trump will look for any excuse to call in the National Guard. Yeah, he wants to. He's dying to. He's dying to do martial law, and he might. But it won't last. Even the MAGAs are going to go like, oh, hell no, and take to the streets. So if you can, get out there and protest. Call your senators. Tell them, until Schumer's out, you're not donating a dime to the party, and you're not donating a dime to their campaign. If you're not going to listen to us, we're not going to vote for you, and we're not giving you any money. All right, will Schumer grow a pair in September and use the filibuster? I mean, Mitch McConnell. Even when Mitch McConnell was the minority leader, he still controlled the Senate. I mean, love him or hate him, Mitch didn't roll over. He's going to offer up something. We need to be patient and change. Now, change doesn't mean physical death. What does change mean? Will Schumer use the filibuster? Interesting. I got 3 major arcanas. This is deal making. I don't know if it's a deal making with the Senate Democrats, or is he going to make a deal with John Thune? Show strength. And the judgment card. It's possible. I think things will be different by the end of September. As I said, I think the recession probably be in full swing. There's going to be food shortages, high unemployment. Prepare yourselves. Prepare yourselves. You know, if you know it's coming and you can like stock up on non-perishable items. Don't use your credit cards if you can. Don't buy anything you don't need. Save your money. So when things get bad, you're okay, as well as can be expected. We'll take a look as we get closer, but it looks like he's going to be doing some deal making. And he does have strength on his side. But it still does not excuse him being a weak minority leader. Anyway, I'll end it here. Protest, protest, protest. If you can, get out in the streets, call your senators, put them on speed dial and tell them that Schumer has to resign. Saying stock up on non-perishables. Don't doom scroll. Take breaks. Try to still live your life. And know that the power is really, I mean, let me get on my soapbox for a minute. Trump wants to think that they have, and it does look like it, but no, actually, we have the power. We do. Get out in the streets. Get out in the streets. I mean, trust me, those Tesla protests are having an effect. Tesla stock is tanking. Mr. Doge there doesn't like to be called names or what have you. So it is working, but we need to keep at it. I think as the weather warms up, there'll be more protests. Don't be surprised by September. Did you see the protest in Hungary to push out Viktor Orban? That was huge. And there'll be more of that. Viktor will go. It'll take time. But he's been put on notice. So anyway, we have the power. Don't think that you don't have it. We do have the power. This is my revolution. This is our time. So anyway, I'll end it here. For entertainment purposes only, like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next vid.